Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm here with my little homie again. You want to look at the camera for everyone, Gina? Let them see how cute you are. But today I wanted to talk about alligators. I have some friends who have told me they could never live in Florida because of the alligators. So I decided that I would take some pictures of the alligators in my community. Now I live in a really big community and we have lots of lakes, wildlife areas, and all kinds of wildlife. We have panthers, bobcats, wild pigs, birds of all kinds, snakes, turtles, fish, cranes, herons, and we have lots of alligators. So first off, I do want to say that I do not advocate that anyone go close to an alligator or any type of wild animal. It's dangerous and very unsafe, so do not go seeking out alligators, or if you see an alligator, do not go towards the alligator to take pictures of it or what have you. So if you are ever visiting Florida, one thing you have to remember is that there are alligators in every lake. If there's a lake, there's an alligator in it. So never let your pets run around the edges of of lakes, or let them swim in lakes. Never ever hang out around the edges of lakes, and certainly always keep an eye on your children and do not let them be around lakes or the edges of lakes, because the alligators are very dangerous animals. Now that said, the pictures that I took were of alligators that I just saw, alligators and other wildlife that I just saw in my community while I was out walking or riding my bike or what have you. We have many, built up sidewalks and bridges and decks and things like that all these pictures were taken from. I did not go out and approach any animals. And so again, do not approach alligators or any other dangerous animals. Do not hang around lakes in Florida, and always keep an eye on people and pets, so that they are not around the lakes and things like that. But that said, let's take a look at some of the different types of wildlife that are found in my community. So these are animals that we see and live with every day. So here's an alligator swimming in one of the ponds. You can see how the houses in my neighborhood are close to lakes and ponds. This bad boy wanted to cross the road. He had to cross between two houses, go across the road, and then go through another two houses to get to the lake on the other houses. So they can swim around through the different lakes or go over land if they want. Now this is why you need to be careful and not let your dogs down at the leash. This alligator is going to try to go after this bird. Oh, and the bird was able to get away this time. But as I said, always be careful around ponds and lakes and never approach alligators. This bad boy was in my backyard. This is a picture from my lanai. You can see the moray pattern from the screen. He was sitting there about 50 feet away with a big catfish. I don't have it on this video, but later he takes that catfish, tosses it up in the air. It rotates in the air and comes down head first right into his mouth, and he swallows it in 3 gulps. It's really kind of hard to tell, but that's a big alligator, and that's one of the biggest catfish I've ever seen. And he gulped it down like it was nothing. Here's an alligator. He's out doing a little sunbathing, taking a cat nap, doing whatever alligators like to do on a lazy afternoon. Here's an alligator. He's hanging out in our wildlife preserve, or one of them. This is like the last one that before the water leaves the property, but he's just hanging out in the reeds, hoping to maybe catch a bird or something like that, but he's just doing his thing. Here's another alligator. You can see his color is a little different. These two alligators I got a little bit after dusk. It was starting to get dark. They're just hanging out in the lake, and you can see the light reflecting off their eyes. That typical profile of a nose and a head sticking out of the water is an easy way to spot them.
There's a gator hiding.
Here's another guy. He's back in that same wildlife preserve I mentioned earlier. He's just hanging out, taking it easy.
We're checking him out.
This alligator here really doesn't do justice to him. He's a big alligator, but you can't really tell from this photograph. One of the bigger ones I've seen. Here's a little bird strutting his stuff, looking for some fish or frogs or something to eat while he keeps an eye out for alligators and other things that might be trying to eat him. Pretty looking bird. These bluish grayish cranes are pretty common. You see them everywhere. Here he's hanging out in the water looking for some fish or whatever it is that he likes to eat. Here's a nice white one not too far from the sidewalk. You can see the bench right there. He's a very pretty looking bird here, and didn't seem to mind me too much on the sidewalk, but he's going to get irritated here in a second and fly off. Let's see what we got. Oh, there he goes. Now this red turtle was unique, and it's the first time I've ever seen a red one, so I snapped some pictures of him and got some video of him swimming around from one of the Venetian bridges. They're usually, that's the first one I've ever seen that's red. Usually the turtles that we see are kind of like this. They're very dark colored, dark green, sometimes even black with sometimes silver on the neck. And he's going to head back to the lake there in a second. These guys are surprisingly fast when they really want to. If they need to sprint for the lake, they can. But those are just some of the wildlife that we share our community with. And, you know, they do their thing and we do our thing. That's all we have for this video. I did want to take the opportunity to show everyone some of the animals that we live with every day in our community. Again, I do not advocate anybody approaching alligators or other dangerous wildlife for any reason whatsoever, but I just thought you would enjoy seeing the wide variety of things in my community. I should be coming out with another video not too long after this one. I got a new watch coming in, so we'll do a short unboxing video of that and talk about that one. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and even better, give it a subscribe if you want to see more videos. But thumbs up really help with the YouTube algorithm. You got anything you want to add, Gina Babe? Do you want to wave goodbye, Gina Babe? Wave goodbye. Say, look at the camera, say goodbye. No, you don't want to be a YouTube homie? All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all at the next video. Bye.